One of the fastest ways to become miserable is to compare yourself to people who have more than you. More money, more success, more opportunities, more influence, more followers, more recognition. The problem with comparison is that it blinds you to what God has already done in your life. The only comparison you really need to make is looking at your life compared to those who are less fortunate and falling to your knees in gratitude for how good God has been to you. Because the moment you become consumed with what someone else has, you stop appreciating what God has already given you. And that's a dangerous place to live. The Apostle Paul wrote in Philippians 4:11, I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content. Notice that contentment wasn't automatic. It was learned. Most people are waiting for more before they'll be grateful. But Scripture teaches us to be grateful before we receive more. The people I talk to every week who feel stuck in life, purpose, careers, relationships, and even their walk with God often have one thing in common. They've become so focused on what they don't have that they've lost sight of everything God has already provided. They can list their disappointments. They can tell you what's missing. They can explain what's not working. But they've forgotten the countless prayers God has already answered. James 1:17 says, every good and perfect gift is from above. Every blessing, every opportunity, every relationship, every breath, every day, all gifts from God. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we're not just questioning our circumstances. We're questioning, very subtly, God's provision. We're acting as though He hasn't given us enough. Contentment doesn't mean you stop pursuing growth. It means you're grateful while pursuing it. If you're feeling stuck, frustrated, or discouraged by where you are in life, I have a limited number of free 30-minute Unstuck Clarity calls available this week. These calls are intentionally limited and they typically fill quickly. Book yours today before the remaining spots disappear. You may discover that your breakthrough begins with gratitude for what God has already placed in your hands.